For a cleaner, clutter-free house, elders may quickly declutter every room with these 20 items. Have you ever entered a room and been overtaken by items you don't use? You're not by yourself. Over time, clutter accumulates in every nook and cranny of your house, making it seem smaller. The good news is that you can begin removing it immediately. We're talking about 20 things you can do right now to make your home more organized and peaceful. And believe me when I say that the final point is really important, even if most people don't consider it. Let's begin decluttering together, so stick with me. Please click the like button and subscribe if you would want additional advice on how to simplify and reduce stress in your life beyond 60. Let's get started now. Your living room should be a cozy space where you can relax, host visitors, or spend some alone time watching your favorite show or reading a book. However, with time, it may become a place to store items you no longer need. Your home may seem smaller, more difficult to clean, and even overpowering if your living room is disorganized. Fortunately, you can begin removing it immediately. Let's look at some typical items that may be taking up room in your living room and making it seem cramped instead than comfortable. Since when did you last take the time to sit down and read those old newspapers or magazines? They are merely gathering dust if they have been stacked in a corner or left on your coffee table for months or even years. We frequently accumulate magazines because we promise ourselves we'll return to them. But in practice, they only make things more complicated. Newspapers are no different. It's time to let them go unless they have a meaningful recollection, such as a historical event or an article about a loved one. Save only the most special ones, such as an issue with sentimental value or a magazine containing a recipe you still want to try. Think about digitally preserving and digitizing key pages. The remainder can be recycled or, if in excellent shape, donated to community centers, hospitals, or schools for use in art projects. Although throw pillows and blankets are supposed to provide warmth and relaxation, they may eventually become discolored, tattered, or simply unsightly. Some might even be crammed onto a couch or in a closet where they no longer fit the aesthetic of your house. It's time to part if they are gathering dust, have permanent stains, or have lost their shape. Change them out for new, low-maintenance options that add color to your room. Donate them to shelters if they're in good shape, since they can offer solace to someone in need. See whether they can be used again if they are too worn to donate. Old blankets can be used as bedding at certain animal shelters. Examine your living area. Do you see decorations that don't make you happy anymore? It could be a picture frame with an out-of-date design, an old figurine, or a vase you never liked. We eventually amass decorative items that, while once significant, now only serve to clog the aesthetics. Let's also talk about the broken things you keep promising to fix, like the clock that hasn't functioned in years or the damaged bulb in the corner. It's unlikely that it will be fixed anytime soon if it has been left unattended for months. Only keep things that make your environment feel cozy and happy. If you haven't mended something that's broken yet, consider whether you will ever be able to. Throw it away if not. If you have decorations that are in good shape but no longer fit your house, think about selling or giving them away. Do you remember the days when VHS cassettes were on every home shelf, or when DVDs were the finest way to watch films? However, many of these compilations are now outdated due to streaming services. It's time to consider whether you really need to save a DVD or VHS tape if you haven't watched it in years. While some emotional favorites may be worth keeping, the most are just occupying space. Only the rarest or most significant should be kept. DVDs that are still usable can be sold or donated. Verify whether any irreplaceable memories are on VHS tapes. For instance, before discarding the actual tapes, home recordings can be converted to digital format. It can be difficult to declutter, particularly if some of the objects hold sentimental significance. What item in your living room is the most difficult for you to part with? Is it a nostalgic decoration, an antique collection, or something else entirely? Tell us in the comment section. Someone else might be motivated to begin decluttering today by your comment. One of the busiest rooms in a house is the kitchen, which may accumulate clutter over time from things you may not even be aware you own. Clutter reduces the enjoyment of cooking and makes cleaning more challenging, from outdated food to rarely used tools. In addition to looking great, a clean, well-organized kitchen facilitates safer and easier meal preparation. Look in your pantry or spice cabinet. Why, spices and food products that are much past their expiration date are likely to be found. 10-year-old paprika isn't doing much for your cuisine anymore, because spices, in particular, lose their strength with time. Steps for decluttering: look up expiration dates and throw off anything that has gone bad. It's a good idea to replace whole spices every 4 years and ground spices every 2 to 3 years for spices without a date. Give non-perishable food that is still in good condition, but that you won't use, to a nearby food bank. A quick tip: would you like to better manage your pantry? To help you remember when to replace new food items and spice jars, mark the date of purchase with a marker. Does 3 spatulas truly seem necessary? What about several bottle openers or 5 wooden spoons? We accumulate extra kitchen utensils over time, many of which are unused and take up room in drawers. Decluttering tip: remove everything from your cutlery drawer and put comparable items in one category. Only the highest quality versions should be kept. The rest should be donated or thrown away. Keep regularly used tools close at hand and place goods that are used seldom in a different area. Try a 1-month kitchen tool test for a fun challenge. Keep the utensils you use the most in one drawer and the others in another. You most likely don't need something if you don't reach for it within a month. We've all been in that situation, frantically searching through a stack of plastic containers for the correct lid. Lids, for some reason, vanish in the laundry like socks. One of the main causes of kitchen clutter is mismatched Tupperware. Tips for decluttering: make sure each container has a lid. It's time to throw it away if it has no pair. Only a sufficient number of containers should be kept for your purposes. Glass containers stack neatly and endure longer, so think about making the move. To make lids easier to reach, keep them upright in a compact bin or file organizer. 5 years ago, you were thrilled about that bread maker, but you've only used it twice. The juicer that cleans up in 15 minutes? It's time to consider if an appliance is really worth keeping if it's buried in a cabinet or gathering dust on your counter. Decluttering tip: you're unlikely to use an appliance again if you haven't used it in a year. Give away or sell well-maintained appliances. That waffle maker might be used by someone else. Only the appliances that you use frequently and that genuinely improve your quality of life should be kept. Think about multi-purpose appliances. For instance, a good blender can take the place of a mixer, smoothie maker, and food processor. It's worse in the next room. Wait till you see what's hiding in the next room if you think the kitchen gets crowded. The majority of seniors aren't even aware of how much clutter there is. Stay tuned. It will be the next one. Making the bedroom a calm place. Your bedroom ought to be a tranquil haven where you can rest and decompress. However, clutter gradually creeps in, making it more difficult to get a good night's sleep. Unused furniture and overstuffed closets can make a bedroom feel overwhelming rather than peaceful. In your closet, are there any items that you haven't worn in years? Perhaps they are out of style, they don't fit, or you just don't feel at ease wearing them. It merely takes up room and makes it more difficult to locate the things you truly love when you hang on to garments you'll never wear again. All of your hangers should be turned back. Make sure the hanger is facing the correct direction when wearing anything. Anything that is still outdated after 6 months is eligible for donation. Ask yourself, would I buy this again today? If you find it difficult to let go, if not, it's time to make a donation. Rather than waiting for a big clean-out, keep a donation box in your closet and fill it up on a regular basis. Gently used clothes is appreciated in many shelters and organizations. How recently have you changed your pillows or sheets? Bedding ages, becomes less soft, and gathers dust and allergen. Clearing out outdated bedding might help you sleep better and breathe new life into your bedroom. Replace your pillowcases and linens if they are ripped, pilled, or no longer soft. For support and hygienic reasons, experts advise changing pillows every 1 to 2 years. Donate spare blankets to shelters or animal rescues if you have more than you need. Each bed should only have 2 sets of sheets, one for use and one for backup. This makes laundry easy and storage tidy. Even while vintage costume jewelry may have sentimental value, it's just a waste of room if it's broken, out of style, or seldom worn. Put away daily favorites and sentimental heirlooms. It could be time to part with an item if you haven't worn it in more than a year. To make it easier to locate the jewelry you adore, arrange the rest of your collection in a straightforward tray or hanging organizer. Try the 7-day jewelry test, which involves wearing a different item of jewelry every day. Unnecessary furniture. The nightstand filled with things you never use, the old chair covered in clothes. Big, pointless pieces of furniture simply make your bedroom appear smaller and more disorganized. If something is worn out, broken, or constantly in the way, think about getting rid of it. Does this piece serve a real purpose, or is it just taking up space? Use multi-purpose furniture, such as under-bed organizers or storage benches, to make the most of your available space. Your bedroom will feel more spacious and tranquil right away if you remove only one piece of furniture that isn't needed. Which would you prefer, cleaning the kitchen or the bedroom first? Tell us in the comments section. The bathroom is a secret area of mess. Even though the bathroom is one of the smallest spaces in your house, clutter can easily accumulate there. Old towels, half-used goods, and expired prescription drugs can quickly fill cabinets and countertops, making it more difficult to locate what you truly need. Because they believe they may still be helpful, many elderly people keep their medications long after they have expired. However, drugs that have expired lose their potency and may even be dangerous in some situations. Examine the labels of all prescription and over-the-counter medications to learn how to safely declutter. Avoid flushing expired ones. Safe disposal protocols are in place at many pharmacies and hospitals. Ask your chemist or doctor how to safely dispose of any medications that are no longer needed. To avoid needless accumulation and keep track of what you actually take, think about utilizing a medication organizer. Quick tip: a decent rule of thumb is to get rid of something if you wouldn't trust it to work in an emergency. That bottle of shampoo or half-used jar of face cream you didn't like. It's probably time to throw it out if it has been stored for months or even years. A lot of cosmetics expire or lose their effectiveness over time. Check for expiration dates while decluttering skincare and cosmetics. Skincare products, makeup, and mascara frequently go bad 6 to 12 months after they are open. It is no longer safe to use if it separates, has changed color, or smells bad. Only things you use frequently and enjoy should be kept. You shouldn't keep a product if it didn't work for you. Organizing tip: to make your morning routine quicker and easier, store only the necessities in a tiny bin or drawer organizer. Are your old towels scratchy, discolored, or frayed? Towels get less soft and absorbent with time. Invest in a couple luxuriously soft towels that will make you feel pampered every day, rather than clinging to old worn-out ones. Steps for decluttering: go through your towels. They must be discarded if they are worn out, feel scratchy, or have holes in them. Old towels can be used as bedding in animal shelters if you donate them. Only the things you truly utilize should be kept. 2 washcloths, 2 hand towels, and 2 bath towels per person is a sensible rule. Refreshing tip: your bathroom will appear more organized and spa-like right away if you fold your towels neatly and store them in a designated area. Unused lotions and fragrances. Although lotions and perfumes might endure for years, They are merely taking up room if you have a collection of bottles that you never use. Over time, many skincare products and fragrances lose their initial efficacy or aroma. Use a scent test to declutter. It's time to part with a perfume or lotion if its scent has changed since you purchased it. Only keep the things you really enjoy. Give a fragrance to a friend or donate it if you never use it. Reduce the number of trademark perfumes and daily lotions you use to simplify your routine. A minimalist tip. Your bathroom will appear larger and more opulent right away if your countertop or vanity is clear of clutter. Even if your bathroom appears clean and well kept, most people overlook one particular section. Decluttering it, however, will make your whole house feel lighter. Watch for the following segment, where we unveil the storage areas, an area of clutter that is frequently disregarded. Storage spaces are the last major source of clutter. Whether it's the garage, cellar, attic, or a neglected closet, these spaces frequently end up becoming landfills for things we might need in the future. Let's face it though, if you haven't used something for years, it's just wasting room. Underused holiday decorations. Although the holidays are a time for celebration, keeping broken, out-of-date, or underused decorations can become a needless hassle. It's time to simplify if you have boxes full of broken ornaments, tangled lights, or decorations you never use. Sorting through your decorations is one way to declutter. Only the ones you love and use annually should be kept. Instead, then allowing broken or useless objects to take up space, donate or recycle them. For quick access the following season, store decorations in bins with labels. Use clear plastic bins and label them by holiday to save space and make it easy to find everything you need. Perhaps you used to love knitting, scrapbooking, or painting, but if you're no longer enjoying those activities, the tools are just taking up room. Get rid of the mess and let go of the guilt. Before you donate the materials, ask yourself, do I still do this hobby regularly? You are unlikely to utilize an item again if it has been left unopened for years. Give them to someone who can make use of them. Donations are frequently appreciated by local art groups, schools, and senior centers. You are not defined by the clutter from past pastimes. Making space for new passions is possible. Paper clutter may accumulate quickly. Junk mail, periodicals, old bills, and receipts can clutter and overwhelm any area. The good news is that the majority of it can be removed. Organize piles of paper. Anything that isn't needed should be recycled or shred. To cut down on receiving paper, convert to digital billing. For vital documents, use a straightforward filing system. Discard the others. To prevent clutter from piling up, keep a shredder or recycle can close to your mail station. Everybody has an assortment of mysterious wires, chargers, and antiquated devices. Let's face it though, the majority of them are from gadgets you no longer own. It's time to part with it if you haven't used it in years. Examine every cord. You don't need it if you don't know what it's for. Donate or recycle outdated electronics. E-waste is accepted by many businesses and non-profits. Get rid of the rest and store the necessities in a labeled storage box. To ensure that you always know what a cord belongs to, wrap it with Velcro ties and mark it. Imagine feeling calm, relaxed, and light as soon as you enter your house. You won't be burdened by heaps of unneeded stuff anymore. Making your home a place where you can genuinely unwind and enjoy life is the goal of decluttering, which goes beyond simply making room. Start decluttering one room at a time. You wouldn't believe how simple it is. You'll experience the relief of having a clutter-free home before you know it. Little actions eventually lead to significant changes. If this video was helpful to you, please hit the like button and forward it to a friend who might benefit from some incentive to clean.